Fala galera do G Fight, Diego Ribas, diretamente de Las Vegas, numa conexão com o Canadá. Belal Muhammad, how are you, sir? Thank you for your time.
I'm good, brother. Appreciate you.
Belal, let's go. Another fight, another main event, another 5 rounds fight. Did you change anything in your preparation for this fight? Is everything perfect?
Yeah, feeling good. Had a really good camp. My body feels good. My body feels great. I feel like I'm a better version than I was the last fight. So I'm just excited to finally be at a fight week. Finally get a couple of days away from the fight, and can't wait to go in there and put it on.
And did you have time enough to prepare yourself to fight Jack Madalena? The reason I'm questioning, I'm answering, asking you that's because it was supposed to be Shavkat, right? For the second time in a row, you guys are not able to fight each other. And Jack and Shavkat, they're completely different fighters. Did you have time enough to prepare yourself for this kind of change?
Yeah. We had a long camp. It was been like 8 weeks. They told us real early that Shavkat was out, and they told us that it was going to be Jack. So uh, for me, it's never really about the opponent. It's always about growing and getting better from my last version of myself anyway. So for us, that's all that matters. They have to prepare for me. I don't really prepare for them.
Champion mentality, champion mindset, right? That's it. So let's talk about Jack Madalena. How do you see this fight? What kind of challenge does it bring to you?
I think when I look at him, his style, he's obviously a great boxer, great hands. Uh, and he showed his last fight that he has heart. He doesn't give up. Even when he had a broken arm against Gilbert Burns, he kept pushing and he ended up getting the victory. So for myself, I got to be disciplined for a full 25 minutes. I got to be disciplined the whole time and just be on point. But when I look at our styles, stylistically, I think my striking matches up with him. My grappling matches up with him. My wrestling matches up with him. And I can take the fight anywhere I want to go. I think for him, he can only fight one way. For me, I can fight any way I want.
Okay, if since he he's gonna fight just in one way, is it safe to say for you the best option or the best scenario would be grapple?
No, I think for me the best option is to make him think and to make him wonder what I could do. Right? I think that if he goes in there underestimating my striking, he's gonna get knocked out. I get underestimated all the time, and people think that I can only wrestle or I can only do this. But we grow every fight. We get better every fight, and I plan to show all those improvements this fight.
Yeah, you get underestimated a lot of times. Do you have any reason why? Why do you think a lot of people underestimate you, even if you are the champion?
I think people just look at me and they don't see that crazy physique or that crazy attributes, right? I don't have a black belt. I wasn't a college wrestler. I don't have all these. I haven't been training since I was 5 years old. I started late, and I think they look at that and they see that and they say, "No, he's not good enough, or he shouldn't be here." But they don't see the hard work. They don't see the work I put in, the hours, the days, the nights, the ethic that I put into this game.
Yeah. Well, at this okay. The only way that people would be able to see that would be I don't know. Let me tell you something. I want your opinion about it. You are not very open with your personal life and not just about training. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to social media and stuff, you're not very shiny outside of the cage. Uh, do you think this is part of the this is one of the reasons that people don't see the whole thing, the whole Belal Muhammad, how good you are?
Yeah, that could be it, right? We're in a day and age now where you have to put your whole life on social media. You have to show everybody anytime you're doing anything. But for me, I can't do that. It's about me having my family, private life. I love to train. I love to work. I love to fight. But I don't care about the fame of it, right? I don't care about the fancy cars or the fancy clothes. As long as my family's healthy and happy, I'm happy and healthy.
Perfect, beautiful words. So we were talking about Jack Madalena, but I have a question about Shavikat. Is that a fight that you want? Because I mean, all the fans want this. Of course, you're fighting Jack Madalena. You gotta win this fight, of course. But in terms of Shavkat, since it's there are talks about you fighting him for a while, do you want this fight for you? Is that a fight that you are looking for?
Yeah, 100%. Especially because he has a O. I want to take that record from him. I want to take that win streak. Anytime a guy has a big win streak like that, and guys look at him and say that he's unbeatable, I want to show you that he is beatable.
Perfect. Was a surprise for you when they offered you Jack Madalena to replace him?
No, once I heard that Shavkat was injured, I was looking and I was trying to see who they would put next. And when you're looking at the streaks, he had the longest streak. He had the biggest wins, so it made sense when they took him away from Leon and gave it to me.
And you have fought so many of the top ranking, the top guys, so would be, in my opinion, makes sense, right? Made sense. He was an excellent.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Another question I have to you, Bilal. Young Gary. He's looks like he's the backup fighter. He fought like 2 weeks ago. And how do you see that? Do you believe, first of all, do you believe that if something happened, he would be able to step up since he fought 2 weeks ago? And on top of that, do you consider him as the next on line? Do you believe he is the next on line for the title shot?
I mean, if you're guaranteeing you're gonna step up, you better step up. Like if you tell the UFC I'm the backup, you better be willing to go. But I think for him, he better hope that nobody gets that Jack doesn't pull out, because it'll be a bad night for him, especially fighting 2 weeks ago, and your body just has like little aches and pains that you don't realize until you get on that plane. But for him, I think he's trying to be that guy to step in line, be the next guy in line, skip the line by doing this, right? You have to talk your way to the top. You have to talk your way there. Coming off of that loss to Shavkat, he did something big, right? Taking this fight short notice. Everybody thought that Prates was going to be the next guy, the biggest name, and for him to get a win like that and beat him that way, it just shows he's very smart with the way he fights and the way he promotes himself.
Were you surprised? Did you think Carlos would beat him?
No, I thought Ian would win. I thought Ian had more experience. I thought he knows how to win. Ian figures out a way. He has good strategy for a lot of his fights. And for Prates, when you're coming in, you're knocking out a lot of guys. Once you fight that guy that's tough, not gonna get knocked out, and then he fights with strategy, you better adjust the way you're gonna fight. And I think that even Prates, he adjusted it just because of the 5 rounds. He started a lot slower, and he didn't start picking it up until the later rounds.
Okay, okay, makes totally sense. Another subject. There are talks that Islam Makhachev maybe is moving up to a welterweight division. To put it, just move it up to the lightweight. And because of that, I'm gonna ask you two questions in one question. One, would you consider moving up to middleweight? And two, would you fight Islam Makhachev if he moves up to welterweight?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't fight Islam. I think it's not worth it for me to fight him. I consider him a brother, a friend. They've helped me so much. I would consider moving up to middleweight. I don't see the champion there as a guy that can beat me. I think I could beat those guys, all those guys. And I think after a couple wins at welterweight, I will move up and I will be double champ.
How many victories do you still need in order to be able to move to the middleweight division?
I would say 2 or 3, and I can move up to middleweight.
Perfect. So you're not fighting Islam, right? The reason I'm asking you that's because in Brazil, everybody's talking about if Islam moves up, Charles is fighting Topuria. So everybody wants to know if Charles is fighting Topuria or not. That's why.
Oh,
And last question for me, Bilal. I just read that you are walking in with the Palestine flag, right? Is that correct?
yes.
Okay, because of all the war that's happening there, was something that it was hard to negotiate that? Did you have to ask in advantage? How was that?
No, I mean, I think the UFC knows and they
I can't
realize.
I
Oh,
can't
sorry.
see you, sir.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I think the UFC knows and they realize how important it is to me, right? That's uh those colors run through my blood. That flag is important, and especially for the people there now who are being starved, who are getting killed every single day. They need somebody like me. They need somebody to be their voice. and to be their flag carrier and to fight for them. So the UFC says they never censor anybody, they never stop anybody from doing anything. So I'm excited for it. I'm glad that they stuck to their word.
Because I remember seeing you with the flag during weigh-ins. I don't remember doing the walking, but probably you did. I don't know. You did
Yeah, for
before?
Manchester, I had it during the walkout.
Okay. And do you believe because of the situation, bringing the flag is gonna give you extra power on Saturday night?
I mean, anytime I carry that flag, it gives me motivation. It tells me who I'm fighting for, what I'm fighting for. So yeah, it always gives me extra motivation.
Perfect. Any prediction for the fight Saturday night?
Yeah, I think I finished him in the third round.
Awesome. Bilal, last but not least, send a message for Brazilian fans and answer the question why they should watch your fight Saturday night.
Uh, Love you all, my Brazilian fans. Thank you guys for the support. I appreciate you guys so much. I can't wait to finally come to Brazil and try some acai. Make sure you tune in Saturday night. You're gonna see the best version of myself, the best fighter you're ever gonna see, and it's gonna be an amazing performance, an amazing fight.